Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you how I go from my natural frizzy short hair to these long waves. If that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Alright guys, let's get started on today's video. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is how important it is to pre-smooth your hair out before you curl it. So this method really applies to anybody with textured hair or anybody who has stiff ends. The first thing you want to do is obviously wash your hair. After you wash your hair, you want to apply a really good leave-in heat protectant spray into your hair and a hair serum, some kind of hair oil that will moisturize your ends. So after I let my hair air dry, I go in and I smooth it out, which I've already done it, but I'm going to just show you guys really quick for those of you who are wondering. You can also use a round brush, but paddle brush is what I have right now, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay. And then also for all my beauty school girls and all my cosmetologists, I know you're not supposed to touch the hair dryer to the brush. I don't need an explanation. This is just how I like to blow dry my hair before you guys go and try to give me lessons on it. So now I want to show you guys my extensions I'm going to be using, and my extensions are actually from two different companies. One is from the Hair Shop and my other ones are from Diamond Dynasty. Diamond Dynasty is a hair extension company for textured hair, and I don't know if you guys can see, but the actual weft is a lot thicker. They are a lot bulkier. I can't wear like it super up high because you will see the clips, but this matches my hair texture like perfectly. So out of all the extensions I've ever owned, this blends the best with my hair, and you can actually pick your exact hair texture with them, which is really cool. You could pick how many grams of hair, how long, like they're completely customized to what you want. And the other extensions that I like to use up closer towards my root because they lay a lot flatter are from the Hair Shop. And this is the Skin Wefts. So this is really fine and thin, and it lays against your head really nicely. You can't see the weft. A lot of you guys are asking how I install my extensions, so that's going to be the first thing I'll be showing you. The first section that I grab is this bottom section, and if I'm wearing it down, I like to take it as low as I could possibly take it. And the first clip that I'm going to go in with is these little guys, which I know, so most of the times I'll use them down at the bottom. And I'm just going to clip these in like that. You just want to give it a little twirl right above. I'm going to go in with the singles again. And I like to keep these as close to my hairline as possible, and that's just because that avoids these little, your real hairs, just kind of like a chunk of them sticking out. This will help blend that in a lot better. Now I'm going to go in with a 4-clip. And this is going to be a section from the back of my ear. Okay, now the next one I'm going to use is going to be another 4-clip. And this is going to go from the temple So for this next section, I'm going to go in from one corner of my hairline to the other in a horseshoe. So for this, I'm going to give it about 2 fingers. I don't like to clip too close to these hairs because they're a lot finer and I don't want them to break off. Okay, and this is what we got so far. Now we are going to get started on the curling process. So when I curl my hair with extensions, I just part as best as I can down the center. And I just clip that side. And we're going to start with the nape area first, which is this back area. If you are wearing extensions, you want to make sure you flip all these outwards, never inwards, because that will kind of just give it away if you flip them inwards. So there's our first section. And then taking the row above that now. So in the row on top of that, I'm going to start to incorporate a couple pieces that will be flipped inwards, and this will give you more of a textured look, and it'll also add a lot of body and volume to it. We're going to flip that one inward, we're going to flip one more inward, and the rest of these will go out away from my face. Some of the sections that I'm taking are small, some of them are bigger. You really want to just kind of mix it up. It'll make it look a lot more natural and just kind of more effortless. Another thing I want to talk about is I see a lot of people who curl their hair and they like go like this. Don't ever do that. You really, and I cannot fucking stress this enough, you want to hold the curler at the top first. This is the part of your hair that can resist the most heat and that needs the most heat. Your ends do not need a whole lot of heat. So you want to hold this up at the top. Then you can add more hair, roll back up, and kind of pull your ends straight. The straight ends is really optional. It just depends on what look you're going for. I'm going for more of like that loose beach wave, big, sexy curl. And I don't want the traditional curled ends. So I'm just gonna pull through. And that's kind of what they look like. And again, holding that up closer to my roots, adding more hair, and leaving about 1 inch to 3 inches straight. Let me show you guys what that looks like so far with the straight ends. A lot of people have a really hard time doing that straight end look. So another option is you could always go in with a straightener afterwards. You can curl your hair normal and then just kind of straighten out the ends. I personally don't feel like it looks as good and it's like unnecessary extra heat to your hair, but that's always an option. And a lot of this is just my natural hair, so I'm going to just flip all this outwards. I try to avoid curling my real hair inwards as much as I can, unless it's bunched up with a bunch of extensions. So I'm going to add another piece going inward. You probably noticed by now I haven't incorporated a whole lot of them going inwards. I just throw a couple random ones here and there because that will give my hair a lot more texture. And it also helps prevent your curls from bunching up together. So now that we're at the top part and it's pretty much just all my natural hair, I want to talk to you guys about how important it is to smooth your roots out. So this is just going to be me hitting my roots a couple times, making sure that they are not frizzy. The last thing you want is to have this like pretty sexy beach hair and then frizzy roots. So for this top row, I do like a softer curl, but I do curl it. I don't leave the ends too straight up at the top. Smoothing those roots out. So this piece I'm gonna curl inwards. And the last piece, smoothing out my root. And just gliding that downwards. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the curler. And the curler that I use, which I don't think I told you guys yet, is from Babybliss, and this is their 1 1/4. And for styling products, the only product I'm going to be using today is going to be the IGK Beach Club Spray. And I'm just going to spray that in mostly just on my natural hair. It just looks a lot fuller and more texturized. Send me hair selfies if this method worked for you. I hope you guys are able to try this at home. If you have any questions, I'll link my Instagram page down below where you can message me. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you learned something new from this, give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you have any suggestions on what my next video should be, you can comment down below.